and welcome to day 12 of the Spooktacular Halloween Series. And I always like to remind you that I am collaborating with my crafty BFF, Robyn, who is Sir Chauncey Rocco Creative Designs. And I have her linked in the description box below. And I also have a playlist of the series as well, so you can make sure you have not missed a video. You want to make sure to comment on each video, be a subscriber to each of our channels, and you must be 18 years or older to be entered into our giveaways. I cannot believe it is day 12 and there is only one more day left. It will be next Friday and we will announce the winner on October 31st. So it's so exciting how it worked out that we can announce our winner on Halloween. So I'm looking forward to that. So once again, make sure you have watched the videos and left your comment. You still have a week before we do our drawing. So make sure to catch up if you're behind. It's a busy time of year. And what I have created today are a couple of You've Been Booed treat boxes. And I used Graphic 45's Midnight Tales paper collection, and I did get that from ASC Craft Supplies. And as I've mentioned before, I am on their design team, so I'm using it for a project for them. And remember, I have that coupon code. You can get 10% off any regular price purchases, and it is Michelle10. And any order $75 or more ships free. The more I use the Graphic 45 Midnight Tales paper collection, the more I love it. I love the colors in it, and Graphic 45 has the most detail, I think, in any paper collection I have ever seen. It is just absolutely stunning. The more you look at a paper, the more details that you see, such as, you know, when you look at the All Hallows Eve here, that was a journaling card that I used on the front and I just trimmed it down. But there's these little faint spider webs and the tiny little spiders, and we've got these little tiny stars, little clusters of stars actually. And then we have the pumpkins and the leaves, and it's just the shading in the pumpkins and the shading that's on the letters. And I actually think that is little tiny spider webs on the letter that is giving the shading. So it's an absolutely gorgeous collection. And I did use the offset feature in my silhouette to do the foil here on this one on the left. I love that pop of orange against the black and then the coordinating decorative paper. I just love that contrast, especially for Halloween, the black and the orange. And I've used some little stamen I've had in my stash and these flowers as well. And this ribbon, I've had it forever. And I used one of the chipboard pieces there in the center of the bow. And then I took a flower and some stamen and wrapped around the top of the bag to hold it shut. And on the back, you can see this beautiful plaid paper with the pumpkins. And of course, this is what you would slip over the doorknob, and we'll just turn it around here. And I just, like I said, look at that gorgeous paper and all of the detail. And there's little pumpkins and they've got their little stars. And it's like the little clusters of stars are the highlights. And on the back, I took another journaling card and I cut out You've Been Booed. That was in the cut file. And then we have the little paper with little fairies here, and they're hanging by the spider webs. It's just so cute and whimsical. And I have the pumpkins on this side. So I've just put some goodies in a bag and I've dropped that down in. It'll be perfect just to go by and leave this at somebody's doorstep, just to let them know that you're thinking of them. And this one here, I have this gorgeous, we'll call her a good witch. And I have a couple of the chipboard pieces here. This one says All Hallows Eve as well. And we have the little spider web, some more flowers and stamen from my stash. And I've cut the leaves out with my Cricut. And I love her. She's got her lantern and then her black cat. And we've got our bats in the background. And as I said, that's just a journaling card. And I trimmed it down to fit the front of the box. And if I didn't mention, I used a silhouette cut file, and I will make sure to link it in the description box as well. This sheet here is one of my favorites in the paper collection, where it has the witches and like the stamps and the pumpkins. I just love it. That's on the back there. And this one I didn't mat the back, and then I chose to. Once I made it, then I realized I wanted to mat. So the second one I did mat. On this one I used just black cardstock and matted these. And we'll turn it around, and since we had the witch on the front and the cat, I went ahead and used some of the cats from the paper collection. And then once again, they're carrying the little stars through on this polka dot paper. And then on the back, my favorite sheet again, and it says trick or treat, where you can see there. And then you can see the little pumpkin stamp and magic is in the air. And this journaling card has hello, and then it has the pumpkins on the bottom. And so I've just added the "You've Been Booed" to it. And then I thought I could sign my name. Like the other one, I have just slid my bag of candy down in. I will take this one out, and you can see how it is. It's a good size box. We'll get my ruler out here. So the top of the box is 9.5. It is 3 1/4 inches wide by about 2 3/8 deep. So it's just the perfect size, I think, to put some candy in. And I do have a very short tutorial. This was a super simple project. I have it laid out, and this is the front. So we're going to put decorative paper here. I'm going to glue this down. I've already glued my decorative to my mat, and I did create some internal offsets. I'm going to put this one here, and then if we turn it over, this is my front piece. See here. So this is the front piece. This is the one we'll see here, and then our side pieces will go here, and if this one will go in the middle, and that's the outside back piece. And I did take a journaling card and I trimmed it down to the same width as the decorative paper, and I'm going to glue it here on the back. So I'm just going to go ahead and glue all of these pieces down, and I will be back. Are back to what will be the front piece of our box, and I'm going to go ahead and glue it down as well. We have all of our decorative pieces glued on, and what I like to do is I'm just going to fold this over and take this first large flap and just do a dry fit. And you want to make sure you don't go past the score lines right here. And I'm going to go ahead and peel off the score tape, and I just did that for the video. You can use wet glue, and I normally do, but I thought it would be easier for the tutorial. Maybe not. I have the worst times on camera getting the paper off things and opening packages. So like I said, I'm just going to lay this down, and that light is hitting that glitter foil paper, and it makes it so hard to see. So I'm going to hold it up here where that glare is not on the glitter. You want to make sure you have this top lined up, and then we'll turn it sideways since I can see it better. And I'm having to hold it up in the air versus just laying it flat and folding it over, because that glitter, excuse me, the foil paper is just blinding me for some reason. Just hits that foil and just right in my eyes. I can't see. It's too early. I should have slept longer, I guess. And then we'll just take our bottom pieces, and we're going to fold the two side pieces in first, then the flap that has the little rectangle cut out, which is the back flap, and then we'll take our front one, and we're just going to slide that little tab in like so. And that's our box. I mean, it is so simple, and I think it came out great. And I love the foil. I should have done it on the first one. I did do black mats here because I'd cut it out, and I didn't realize there was such a gap between the decorative paper and the outside edge, so I just cut black pieces. But this piece didn't seem to have as much showing around the edge as the side and front pieces. So just remember that if you make these, you may want to cut some additional mats, or at least for the front and the sides. Thanks for watching the video. I greatly appreciate it. Thanks for taking time out of your busy schedule to participate in our Spooktacular Halloween series. So I will see you next Friday for day 13. And have a great week, everyone. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.